Hi folks, here, Festus here, part 2 of my David Badley barn finds video. Yeah, my memory stick was full and I had to take some videos off, put them on the computer and redo it, so I did miss some, so I'm just going to quick review. So anyways, this is Bunny, my David Badley superpower, my working girl. I have here is a mobile plower that I used for it. And as you can see, the blades here are pretty shiny because up until last year I was using it to plow the garden and everything with it. Yeah, it's missing a few things. It was in tough shape when I got it. It sat outside. The metal was all pitted. The guy before, you can see the labels painted. He just threw some paint on it and then and put it up for sale. So I used it to do the garden with. Also, it wasn't really a show quality piece, so I figured. And also, you can see where the end was cut and re-welded on, so I, pretty much ruined a lot of the authenticity of it. And and you look at these things, there's always something missing off of them, and you can see one of my rollers is missing. But they would work, even with shy of one roller, it worked. To show you some of the other things, these are the David Badley tanks, and as you can see, they had two different styles, same size and everything, but this one is the Continental, and the reason why you can tell it's Continental is it's got these stress rings in them. This is a Briggs. Daisy originally came with a Continental motor. This is Daisy's tank, and I was going to restore it, but it's impossible to find a Continental motor, and I wanted something, so I put the Briggs in it. And as you can see, Briggs just has the flat panel on the end. This still has the original glass float filter in there. Interesting thing on this one, it's in the middle of the tank. Every other one I've seen, the ends are always on the end of the tank there. And she's pretty rusted up, but it has the gas cap. And also on a lot of them you'll see the gas caps, they just come off, but in reality there was a chain in there to keep them, so when you took it off, theoretically it shouldn't come out so you don't lose the cap. So they had that nice little feature on there on the tanks. So yeah, that's a Briggs tank. Going back again, this is a 15-inch wheel that it came with the broken tractor that I had. This is the transmission for the one that had the two-piece frame that I used here. One of the reasons why I didn't use it is this is the front pin place there. It was originally snapped off when I got it, so this is cast iron. I mean, theoretically you could weld or mold something on there, but it's never strong, and I just figured, well, it's a parts one. And as you can see, this is a later model. It didn't have reverse on it. Later on in David Badley production, this is called a ball lock clutch, and the clutch actually has these balls and a little tapered shaft inside, so when you move the clutch handle in and out, it would shove the balls in and act like would lock it in, where the other ones, the previous ones, would have a spring system that would lock it in. Yeah, but later on, in the earlier ones, the reverse was an option, and you had to buy this wheel, take it all apart and put it on, and so later on they just included this as a standard part of the clutch system. It's interesting, so this actual clutch wheel here is cast iron. You have different ones. You have ones that are cast aluminum, this one's cast iron, different things there, but basically it's the same transmission with gearing and everything. And actually you can see these slots here, even though this was a two-piece frame, these slots here were the original tube frame would go through, and then they would have clamps that would lock this on. And you know, but they just changed it, left what they could, and upgraded things with different parts and everything. The wheel locking mechanism. Now you want to see an excellent explanation. Check out the videos from Mr. Dan O'Connor. He does an excellent thing on these are the one-way locking mechanisms for the wheels. He shows both the one-way and the reverse one, which actually have two parts. They didn't have differentials in them. They had locked transaxles. But when, as you know, if you have two wheels and you turn, the outer wheel is going to move faster than the inner wheel. And if you have a system like that, it's going to dig, it's going to go sideways, one wheel turns faster than the other, and you don't turn well. So they solved the problem in a very simple way. Is they use this system. It's a PAWL, P-A-W-L it's called, and this is a spring-loaded locker, and it would fit inside this hub, and as you can see, the locking. And when one wheel would turn, the outside wheel would turn. Since it turns faster, the spring would click, and that's why on a lot of these David Bradleys, when you hear them turning, you hear the clicking. And let's see, I've got this one. This is the one I took off the broken one, and it's too tight. Can't do it. But anyways, yeah, this is what they look like. Interesting, these are studded ones. Later models had studs on them. Earlier ones actually just had nuts and bolts. And actually you can see, as best I can get there, some of the original orange paint. They're originally orange in color. You know, there's variations in colors. When I did the restorations on my two David Bradleys, I used this stuff. I got it at Tractor Supply. It's called New Holland Red. It's a red with some orange in it. I like the color, you know, maybe it's not exact, but it worked for me. It's hard, it's tractor paint, so it's strong. The only difficulty is that it takes about 2 days for the hood to dry. It's long acting. So anyways, that's it, and I can give you a demonstration on the clicker wheels just by giving, as you can hear. Now she doesn't like to back up too well, but you're going around a corner, you'll hear them clicking away, and that's the differential working. So anyways, as you can see, part 2 of my David Bradley barn find. And yeah, Bunny here, she'll be working in the winter time. He can push snow. When it's deep, you get the big New England nor'easter. I got the snowblower for that, but yeah, she's in one piece. She's working, and hey, I'm going to keep going for as long as I can. Well, that's me in the sunlight. The sun's starting to set here. So that's all for now. Take care, folks. Festus out.